anymore. Why are you different? Tell us, do you care about the people?
Grumble and growl on Oreo TV.
Hello, and welcome back to Grumble and Growl. I'm Gail Tosh, your host, as we examine issues from the local to the global perspective so that you can make better choices. Today, we are here with Donna Moore. Donna is a Democratic candidate for the Syracuse Common Council District 2. Welcome to the show, Donna.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, thanks for coming. Tell me, why is it important that you're running for office this year?
I think after the national election, when we saw a highly qualified woman running for president, and she didn't win, and she didn't win a lot of support from women as well as men, I think simply because she was a woman.
Wait, that happened in 2016. What happened this time?
I think it's the same
It's
story
the same
again.
Story?
Same
You've
story
got to be
again.
kidding me that this happened again.
Yeah.
All right, so that's why you're running for.
I'm running because the voters chose to put a convicted felon in the office as opposed to a highly qualified woman, and that frustrated me to no end. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to step up and do something on the local level.
Awesome. Well, thank you for doing that.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Who are you, Donna? Like, what makes you qualified to run for office and to speak for the people?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Donna Moore. I live on the southwest side in the Strathmore neighborhood right off of Glenwood Ave. I raised my daughter, who's now 25. She went to Roberts and Corcoran schools.
No small feat.
No small feat. Very proud of what she's accomplished by going to those schools and how well she did. And what makes me qualified, I've been very involved in the local community on lots of levels with my work life, with my volunteer work. I sit on the Democratic committee. Mm-hmm. I'm a ward chair on the committee and have been very involved in a lot of local races, helping other people get into office. And I thought, it's probably time to do it.
Yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn. Well, thank you for doing that. What are some of the things you'd like to take on if you get elected?
Sure. Workforce development is near and dear to my heart. That's what I do for a living. I'm the director of workforce development at the Northeast Community Center. It seems to me that, a lot of people in government talk a lot about the poverty in Syracuse, about our transportation issues, but they don't realize that that's all linked to our people in the city being able to get jobs. And the biggest factor why people don't get jobs in our city is they don't have transportation.
Yes, I would agree with that.
So I want to take on the transportation issue and really start to try to fix it. There's been a lot of talk. There's always talk about it, but nothing is getting done. I know that Centro has put out a study and they've been showing it to a lot of people for several years, but I think it's time to start enacting that study. We need transportation. I have businesses out in Liverpool, Cicero Clay, that constantly call me at my job saying we need people. And I have qualified people, but I cannot get them there.
This is a story I hear.
Yep.
As you know, yep. I am close to this issue as well.
Exactly.
And I hear the same thing. Yep. And in my own travels throughout the city, housing is a big issue. So
housing's huge.
And we have many candidates coming on talking about housing. So between housing and transportation, if we can get some Democrats elected to the council here, we're going to be doing some good things in Syracuse.
Yeah, and I think when you talk about housing, we got to talk about mixed housing because we find, and studies all over show you that when you put people at the same income in the same, all together in the same housing, it doesn't really help people. So you don't want to put people that have a lower income all together because it kind of keeps them stuck.
That's kind of what we do now.
It is what we do. And there's all kinds of and they're trying to do it again over here on the west side. There's all kinds of national studies, which would be in my district, by the way. There's all kinds of national studies that show if you put mixed housing together, it lifts people up. It's just the reality. I don't know the reasoning for it, the psychology behind it, but it happens. And I think that we need to be more intentional about making our neighborhoods more mixed with different levels of income.
This is the first time I've heard that, but I love this idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yep.
So people now have gotten a chance to get to know you and what you stand for and what you want to do when you get into office. What do you want them to do now that they've listened to you?
Well, I want you to vote for me.
There you go.
There's a designation coming up in February. I'm not assured that I'll get the designation from the committee. Either way, I will run a primary. There is myself and a gentleman running. But after, I would appreciate your vote in the primary, which is in June, and I would also appreciate your vote in November. I hope to run a campaign and carry it through if I win with being very transparent. I think we need transparency in government, especially on the local level, which affects our lives more and more every day. I would have open hours, like I would have coffee hours. I'll be at such and such a coffee place at different parts of my district saying, come meet with me, come talk to me, let me hear the issues, because I can't call everybody.
Are you talking about being accessible?
Being accessible.
Really?
Very important.
As a politician?
Yes, absolutely.
So we all know about politicians, PU. They all suck, right? Mm-hmm. Then none of them really care about the people anymore. Why are you different? Tell us, do you care about the people? Or
I care about the people, but I'm going to walk you back on that. Okay. I do think there are some politicians that do care about people.
Some of them.
I think that I'm not sure what happens once they get in office. I mean, there's a lot of bureaucracy that goes on, and I think people lose their way. I think they forget why they went into office in the first place, which was to serve the people and help the people. And I think that if you keep that in your mind, it'll always be there. I keep that in my mind and in my heart every day in my job. It's never about me. It's about the people that I serve and how can I serve them better. And, I work diligently that in my daily life, in my personal life, in my work life, and it wouldn't be any different on the council. So,
well, thank you so much for your service. We really do appreciate it here in the city. And everybody, we need you to get out and vote for her. You'll be able to find her social media. We'll leave the links at the bottom. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.